What if I told you that the Kendrick-Drake feud could give you the mindset and skills you need to dominate high school English? This wasn't just a rap beat. It was a battle of strategy, patience, and long-term thinking. Kendrick played the long game, while Drake went for quick wins. And if you pay attention, this is what separates A students from the rest. As a 15-year high school English teacher, I see this all the time. Most students want instant results, the shortcut, the way to avoid the grind. But real success, it's built slowly over time. Just like Kendrick didn't rush his response, the strongest students don't just rely on quick fixes and last minute effort. If you don't develop the right mindset right now and keep chasing instant gratification, you'll hit a wall later in life when the stakes are much, much higher. So, by the end of this video, you'll understand how patience, discipline, and mastery, lessons straight from this feud, can give you an edge in high school English and beyond. Because the students who think like Kendrick, they win in the long run. Let's break it down. When this feud started, Kendrick didn't respond right away. He waited, analyzed, and struck when the time was right. That patience, that's the same skill you need to develop as a writer. Kendrick's strategy wasn't all about dropping the first response. It was about crafting the best response. He understood that real mastery takes time, and guess what? Writing is the same way. Nobody wakes up and is an AP lit pro. It takes effort, revision, and long-term growth. If you want to get good at writing, and I mean really good, you have to treat it the same way Kendrick treats his art. You can't expect quick wins. You have to build those skills slowly over time, refining your arguments, practicing your analysis, and learning how to express your ideas clearly. So here's what you do. Instead of rushing to get that essay done the night before, start small. When you start writing, take your time to revise. Read your work out loud. Give yourself more than one night to edit. Hint, a week is usually ideal. Look for small little ways to improve, and slowly but surely, your writing is going to get incrementally better. And compounded over semesters, by the time you reach the next grade, your writing and grades are going to be unrecognizable in a good way. Now, let's talk about Drake for a minute. He went for the easy win, the instant gratification. He dropped multiple diss tracks back to back, but in the end, it ultimately backfired on him. And in my mind, this is kind of what's happening to students who are becoming over-reliant on AI. Drake wanted the fast win, just like a lot of students want the easy grade without thinking. They think that AI will make them better, but it never does. AI can generate an essay in seconds, but does it make you a better writer? Hell no. It gives you a temporary win, but robs you of the struggle you need to improve. High school English isn't just about earning grades. It's about learning to think critically, analyze your argument, go in depth with stories as you struggle to overcome challenges. And if you always take the easy route, when a challenge finally does come up, you're not going to know what to do. And here's the connection. Just like Drake used, allegedly, ghostwriters and AIing Tupac and Snoop's voice into his songs on tailor-made freestyle, thinking it would be an easy slam dunk, just like the student gets a 0 for using AI, this song was universally trashed by the industry, critics, and culture. If you want to stop falling into the instant gratification trap, start embracing the struggle. Instead of using AI to do your work and then playing an extra few hours of League, use it as a tool it's designed to help you brainstorm, generate ideas to get started, but not as a replacement to your thinking. Because in life, just like in this feud, the people who take the shortcuts usually end up losing. While Drake, again, allegedly relied on ghostwriters, he never really learned how to craft words himself. And in this feud, when he needed words the most, he didn't have any. If that doesn't sound like a lesson in why writing and words matter, honestly, I don't know what does. Words are power, and English class is literally teaching you how to use them. Whether it's writing an essay, debating a point, or just explaining yourself clearly, your ability to use words will determine how well you navigate life. Think of it like this. At some point in your life, you're going to need words for, I don't know, a job interview or to solve problem or conflict in your relationship. If you don't know how to express yourself, you're at a disadvantage. Just like Drake was in this feud. His final song, The Heart Number 6, had weak lyricism, weak arguments, basically saying, I win. Oh, and I don't like underage girls. It was such a weak finale that kind of showed me as an English teacher, you really need those foundational skills in those clutch moments. So here's what you do. Actually engage with the writing and assignments. Yes, even the ones that aren't worth marks. Don't just go through the motions. Take time to stop and think how you're crafting your argument. When you speak, think for a second about how you're choosing your words. Because when the moment comes when you really need to communicate clearly, whether it's an argument, an interview, or something that will change your life, I promise you'll be ready to say what you need to say. Back to Kendrick, he didn't just drop tracks, he crafted them. Every line was intentional, every verse was calculated, and that's how you should treat your writing. Great writing isn't rushed. It's built, crafted over time. If Kendrick had dropped his response too early, it wouldn't have had the same impact. And if you rush your writing, it's never going to be as strong as you can make it. That's why teachers always tell you to revise, to plan your essays, to make an outline, to take time to edit. Because writing isn't just about putting words on a page, it's about crafting an idea that hits hard. Now, this is just speculation, but according to many people in Kendrick's camp, when this feud started, Kendrick literally locked himself in the studio. He was so focused on crafting his message. He was so careful and intentional in his words that when he did finally drop tracks like Meet the Grams and Not Like Us, they absolutely devastated Drake and end this feud. I know a lot of people joke and say that Kendrick dropped his response 17 days later because Drake couldn't wait for the beef to turn 18. But the reality is that Kendrick took time to craft what many would arguably say are the greatest diss tracks of all time. And during the Super Bowl, metaphorically walked all over Drake's grave. So the next time you're working on an essay, don't just stop at the first draft. Take a page out of Kendrick's book, refine it and craft it. Make it sharper, cut the fluff, be concise. Your future self will thank you for learning this skill now rather than when it actually matters. So what's the lesson here? The Kendrick-Drake feud isn't just a rap beat. It's a lesson in patience, discipline, dedication. If you treat your writing in your school like Kendrick treated this battle, with patience, intention, and mastery, you'll set yourself up for success, not just in English, but in life. If this video gave you a new way to think about writing in English, drop a comment below. Are you more like Kendrick playing the long game, or are you still stuck in the Drake world of instant gratification? Either way, make sure to hit subscribe and click on this video here where I show you more of my insights over 15 years that will help you dominate high school English.